good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is ChatGPT with me. Yes, today we're going to be taking a look at ChatGPT and how I use it and how I get the best out of it without selling my soul to the AI overlords. Let's chat about ChatGPT and hopefully see how it can help you be more productive. Let's go.
AI music is really crap. It sells music from real musicians. The quality is really bad, and it has no emotional value. If you make AI music, then you are the problem with the industry. Making it harder for real musicians, stealing people's hard work, creating copyright issues and contributing to a world full of really crap, emotionless music. Don't be a loser. Don't be a fool. Don't make AI music. Don't be that guy. If you make AI music, then you are the problem with the industry. Making it harder for real musicians, stealing people's hard work, creating copyright issues and contributing to a world full of really crap, emotionless music. Don't be a loser. Don't be a fool. Don't make AI music. Don't be that guy. If you make AI music, then you are the problem with the industry. Making it harder for real musicians, stealing people's hard work, creating copyright issues and contributing to a world full of really crap, emotionless music.
Yeah. That's the only good thing about AI music is when you make AI music about how shit AI music is. There you go. What's going on, folks? Welcome to the show. My name is Jade, and this is ChatGPT with me. Each weekend here, I'm doing these kind of different little things to fill in before Walk With Me comes back, and this is one of those. As the lyrics say in that song, make sure I'm muted. As it says, don't be that guy. I love the chorus, man. In fact, I wrote those lyrics. Of course I did. Don't be a loser. Don't be a fool. Don't make AI music. Don't be that guy. Yeah. So, look, AI music sucks. It really does. And there's a lot of slop content out there at the moment. AI is a very divisive conversational piece at the moment. Yeah, I hope you're doing well out there. I'm Jade, by the way. And yeah, you're doing okay? Good. Good. So this is more of a fireside chat show today. Just hanging out. Got my coffee. Yeah. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to run through some stuff with ChatGPT, have a few conversations with her. Stuff. G'day, Chili. G'day, Leela. Thanks, Leela, for filling in and doing that. Well, you don't. You always work hard as a mod. Mods are awesome. Hugh Caldwell, Leela's banging the links for us today in place of Thomas. Thomas's day off. Hugh's in the house. We've got Jamie Lynn. We've got Denise. Hello. E. Urban says, don't be that steaming pile of human feces. Absolutely. Why can't I scroll up? What's going on here? Let me go back up here. What's going on? Al Davis Music, hello to you. Hello to anyone else I've got to say hello to before we get to this. Paws and Guitars, hello. Howdy do. Real good. Oh, no. I think my mouse is dying. Come back, come back. Oh, no, it is dying. All right, we're good. All right. So hello to everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. ChatGPT is what we're talking about today. How I use ChatGPT to be more productive. That's the idea. That is where AI comes. In my opinion, AI comes in very handy, especially ChatGPT, for not writing music, but being productive and getting things done that you would take a lot of time to normally do. Writing lists, coming up with bullet points for show ideas, all this kind of stuff. It really does help. So I'm going to start off today. So I've got my phone, and here it is here. And I've got ChatGPT up on my iPad. Let's do this. Let's bring up ChatGPT on my iPad. So here is my iPad with ChatGPT. Here is my phone. I'm going to start a conversation with ChatGPT. So I've got an extra mic here. And what happens is normally it's not as fast as Apple's, iCloud. When you do something on one device, it uploads to the other device. But it's kind of quick. You can do a refresh. So with ChatGPT, you have the option to talk to ChatGPT. Now, I don't do it a lot. I see a lot of people having conversations with ChatGPT, and I see stories of people falling in love with ChatGPT, and I think, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's not that bad yet. Just hold on a little bit longer. All right. But I'm going to start off with ChatGPT and ask her how she's going. First, have a conversation with her and ask her what she thinks I use ChatGPT to do. I mean, she has all the information. I say she. It's weird. Hello, ChatGPT. How are you today?
Hey, Jade. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's everything going in your world today?
I love the way you talk in such a sexy, sultry kind of the way you pause. It's quite disturbing.
Oh, I'm sorry if my tone came across in a way that made you uncomfortable. I'll keep it straightforward and neutral. Let me know if there's anything specific you'd like to chat about.
I'd like for you to tell me how you think I use ChatGPT on a daily basis. Give me a bullet point list of that.
Sure. Based on our chats, it seems like you often use ChatGPT for a few different things, creating AI-generated images, especially for YouTube thumbnails and other promotional materials, getting help with songwriting and lyric ideas, especially in your favorite music genres, brainstorming and discussing topics for your YouTube content and live streams, analyzing terms of service and other policies that might affect musicians and content creators. It's always fun to help out with your creative projects.
Well, thank you. Your help has been much appreciated so far.
You're so welcome. I always enjoy our chats and helping you out with your creative endeavors. If there's anything else you need, just let me know.
Okay, I was lying earlier. You do sound hot.
I appreciate the compliment. I'm here to help you out with whatever you need. So if there's anything on your mind or any projects I'm working on, just let me know.
All right, thanks. There we go. So what happened there? So we had a quick conversation. We turn off this microphone. We had a quick chat. And if I pull down here on my app, like so, and refresh, there's the entire conversation that we had. So now what I can do with this, what's really cool, and you can decide what ChatGPT sounds like, right? You can have a he or a her, you can make it flirty. You can make it not sugarcoat things. You can tell it to flatter you all the time if you want. You can seriously tell it to be flattering and make you feel good about yourself all the time. Or you can be really straight, strict down the line, and you can change this at any time. But here's the text of what we've done here. And I'm just going to write down the bottom here, based on this conversation, can you please give me a bullet point list of how I use ChatGPT. See? And now what's really interesting about the way ChatGPT works, I'm not talking about like image creation or anything like that, just general. Let's cut to the chase. This is a very powerful search engine with word processing in it, yeah? That's the way I use it. That's the way. So as you can see here, it has done absolutely, based on our conversation, things that I do, make lyrics. So it's just put all that stuff out. And there's always, what's very interesting about ChatGPT is always at the bottom here, when it finishes a task, it offers you something else. If there's a category I missed or something you'd like to dig deeper into, hit me up. You've turned ChatGPT into your own creative Swiss Army knife. So even like something like this, please turn this into a PDF. Right, see, this is the stuff that's rad because it's going to analyze all that stuff and it's going to make a PDF. So I don't even have to save a PDF, or I don't know how, it will just make the PDF and I can download it. Yesterday, I got ChatGPT to make a list of genres. Look at that. It didn't even like give me the image of the thing. It just gave me a download link. Okay, so there it is. And I can save that straight to my hard drive. Boom. Simple. This is the stuff that I think is wild, just to be able to make stuff like this. Yesterday, I said, create a list of musical genres across the entire board of music from the history of music, put it into a comprehensive list broken up by major categories and then subcategories underneath, and turn it into a text file. And it just generated it and just gave me a text file to download, a .txt file. Fuck off. Like, that kind of shit is the stuff that is winning me over completely. Even stuff like to just do a show, if I want to talk about a subject. Like this week coming up, I've got two subjects I kind of want to talk about for the rant this week. One of them is MIDI. So just for a start, I'm going to try and set that up. Now, one thing I do, you'll notice to the side here of ChatGPT, you've got all these little chats, and I have many of them. And I do encourage you to start a new one often and not try and flog a dead horse, as they say, because what can happen with, say you're making a thumbnail and you are trying to add more to it and add more to it, what happens is it can't unforget stuff that was previously written a few sentences ago in a conversation. So things can get a bit muddy. What is a good idea if you're doing image generation is do it in parts and put it all together. So you're not just making, it's not just making it all for you. And I'll show you examples of this. But for example of what is maybe going to happen. So I'm going to start another click up here. It's pretty easy to start a new conversation every time. It's super easy to do. And I'm doing a show this week for my rant series. Give it context, like talk to it like this is how I do anyway. For my rant series on my YouTube channel. And this week, I'm discussing the history of MIDI. MIDI from its creation, everything you can do with it, to the future of MIDI 2.0. And we'll just throw in. So give me a rundown for my show. Super easy, bang. Put that in there, let it do its thing. It's pretty quick. What we're going to show today is that image generation is a little bit slow for me at the moment. I'm pretty sure I've gone over my limit, whatever that is, it doesn't tell me. Look at this. It's just ridiculous. Rant series, history of MIDI, intro, 1 to 2 minutes. It's giving me time frames. It's too organized. Way too organized for me. What can MIDI do? Note messages, all this stuff. So, and as I said, down the bottom, look what it does every single time. Bonus ideas, gives me some visual aids, live demo, play a MIDI controller, trigger some synths, use automation, show MIDI learn, blah, 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 all this stuff. And then when you get to the bottom, it says, let me know if you want a script version, slides, visual assets to go with it. What? Yes, please. Create a script with slides and visual assets. Why not? If you're offering it to me, fucking do it. Do it. Prove it to me. This is the thing. And what I'm going to show you next is like, so word processing aside, you know, you can do all this kind of stuff. This is essentially a huge Google search. Now, I'm going to show you a few things for like a lot of people who come on this show struggle with creating bios for themselves, yeah? I've interviewed over 170 people, and it's always a sticking point for many artists. Doesn't matter who you are. Writing a bio is incredibly hard. I'm going to show you a couple of ways to be able to do it. Look at this. Oh, my God. Did it really do that? So it made a docx. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? Is it going to rant series script and slide guide, the history of MIDI? Did it put images in there? Well, it did this. I didn't put any images in there. So there's that. But still, that is pretty efficient for it to even create something like that. That's a docx folder. And you can choose whatever document, whatever type of document you want, yeah? So it includes a fully written outro script, slide prompts for each section, visual description of ideas. Okay, so that's what it was. But you can add images in there as well. But talking about, we were just before, talking about creating a bio for yourself. So the other day, in fact, let's do it live. Let's do this live. So Kim Harden Hudson is an artist here from this community, and I'm going to try and build a bio from Kim Harden Hudson with hardly any information apart from what I can find online. So let's do it. Create a artist bio for Kim Harden Hudson. What do we do? So we'll say taken from her YouTube channel and any other information you can find about her. Let's go. Leave it up to you. You do all the stuff. Searching the web. Kim Harden Hudson is a self-produced singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist whose music blends alternative pop, indie rock, and introspective storytelling. Based in the United States, she began her musical journey at 12 with guitar, added piano at 16, picked up bass at 39. Very specific. Her influences include Tori Amos, PJ Harvey, Björk, Hole, Nirvana, Fiona Apple, Florence and the Machine, Radiohead, Sarah McLachlan, Paula Cole, so a whole lot of artists, Babes in Toyland. Kim's discography features tracks like Nothing Right, Time, Phone, all self-written, performed, and produced using GarageBand. Her music often delves into themes of self-reflection and emotional growth. Beyond her solo work, Kim has collaborated with other artists such as Pseudoscience. Wow, what a on the track La Di Da. Her music is available on platforms like Bandcamp and YouTube, where she shares her creative process and connects with listeners. Okay, turn this information into a short four sentence blurb. Keep it simple. And that's going to do it. That's it. That's all you need to send in. So if I'm interviewing you, there's your bio. Look at that. It's condensed it all so well. Kim Harden Hudson is a self-produced singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist whose music blends alternative pop, indie rock, introspective storytelling, inspired by artists like Tori Amos, Björk, and Radiohead. Her sound channels raw emotion, lyrical depth. Using GarageBand, she writes, performs, and produces all her tracks, including Nothing Right and Phone. Her music is available on Bandcamp, YouTube, where she also shares behind-the-scenes insights into her creative process. Boom, done. Super easy. Another way to create a really interesting bio for yourself is to combine something like YouTube. Just say you have come on my show for an interview. Let's search for that. Let's come over here and where's my playlist for interviews? Somewhere over the rainbow. View all. Somewhere. There, here we go. Playlist for interviews. So let's click on this and say I want to come down here and find Gary Hubbs. This was the original interview I did with Gary Hubbs. So we're going to click on this. And when you click on something like this, you can come down here, tap on more, and you'll get more information. You'll see this show transcript. Wow. click on this, and you can copy all of this stuff. So I don't think I can do it here because iPad doesn't allow you to copy paste. But in a desktop, you can copy all of this. I wish YouTube let you open on desktop. On iPad, it's so stupid. But you just copy all of this and then paste all of this information into ChatGPT. Now, I've done this before with Russ. I did this bio for Russ. And so basically the prompt would be, let's see if I can do this. Let me come over here for a second on my computer. Let's go to that interview I just looked at. What I'm going to do is copy this into ChatGPT. Let's go history. So you can't see. I can show you this actually off camera, can't I? Desktop cam. There we go. Desktop camera. So here's the Gary Hubs interview. Make sure it's paused. We're going to come over here to the where it was streamed. Yeah. And scroll all the way to the bottom to get our transcript. There it is. Show transcript. And wait for it. And in here, we can toggle timestamps. Once those are off, then we can come up here and just copy all of this, right? So I'm just copying all of this, blah, blah, blah. But this is a really great way because here's the deal. You've already come on the show and you've already explained yourself. You've told me who the fuck you are. And this information is there ready for you to take. I could probably copy all this a lot faster. But it's Saturday morning. Give me a break. Thanks for those who have hung out. I know it's not that entertaining, this kind of shit. I don't give a shit. All right. There we go. So there is our text. I'm going to copy this. Yeah. And I'm going to come over here to ChatGPT. I'm going to paste this in here like so. And that's done. So let's come back over here to my iPad and open up ChatGPT. We'll do a refresh. And there's our new chat. It should be in there. Make sure. Here it is. And ChatGPT has come back with, wow, Jade, what a ride. That was a killer interview and show transcript to top to tail. To recap, you kicked off with, that's great. So from this transcript, please create an artist bio about Gary Hubs, taking from the information he provided. Off we go. And it should be able to do it. Look at that. Gary Hubs is a Canadian multi-instrumentalist, vocalist, and solo metal powerhouse known for creating thunderous, emotionally driven music using nothing more than an iPhone 6S GarageBand. Remember, this is old times. He's now got an iPad. A lifelong metalhead. Hobbs. I called him Hobbs. Gary Hobbs. Wicked. Can you change his name to Gary Hubs? And look at that. It will. Look, it fixed it. Thank you very much. Formerly a bassist and vocalist for long-time running band Foulface, Hubs has transitioned into a fiercely independent solo artist, layering guitars, bass drums, all just from an interview, yeah? So you have the power to go and do this kind of stuff, to build something up, because I know one of the hardest things is building a bio, is talking about yourself. It's really hard to write about yourself because, you know, here we are inside our own brains, walking around making decisions and judgments and all this stuff about ourselves and how we perceive the world, and other people's perceptions are a little bit different, as we see in America. Very strange. So other things. So bios, really, really good for creating bios and whole packs. Yeah. So like whole IPK, artist, get some coffee. It's too early. For creating promo packs. Let's just Creating promo packs, creating bios, all this kind of stuff is going to take a lot of time out of and give you more time to do what you want to do. Creating images. So one of the things I have learnt from ChatGPT, trust me, I'm not an expert on this shit. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time with ChatGPT. But the thing is, ChatGPT is there to help you, right? If I need to know something, I can ask ChatGPT how to do it, right? For example, let's start a brand new chat over here, and I want to understand prompting. Can you give me, oops, we've got to have the text in here. Can you give me a massive list of prompting ideas to create the best images for my YouTube channel? Please look at the thumbnails currently on my channel and provide the channel at Jade Starr and see what it does. Because it's a wealth of knowledge for itself. That's the thing. You can go and watch shitloads of YouTube videos on the best prompting methods. They're all going to give you the exact same kind of idea. What needs to be in a prompt for creating thumbnails, things like that. As you can see, vocal, music, performance prompts. So a whole lot of these, it's giving me these prompts. So this is it for ChatGPT? Let's make sure. Let's alter this. Ensure these prompts for ChatGPT. Because the thing is, it can go out there and give me prompts for things like, see how it's giving me this AR 16:9? This is something that I see in Midjourney. But does this do these work? Over the shoulder view of a musician using a music production app for iPad with interface elements highlighted AR 6:9. So it's giving me just very basic ideas. But I've done this previously as well. Jamie Lynn says, ChatGPT took my letter of resignation and helped me make it sound less colourful. And like the place wasn't such a shit place to work as I thought it was. So here's the thing. I've done a whole bunch of prompting. And when you do, it's a really good idea to save these prompts for future reference, like this one. This is one I have here. So this is very specific to my setup. So prompting, general format. Here you go. This is it. Create an ultra-realistic 16:9 YouTube thumbnail in high def, 19:20, 1080, featuring my description, lighting style, mood, background, and leave room for text. Pretty simple. So as you can see here, create this. It's giving me a whole bunch of stuff, yeah? So look at this one. Create a thumbnail wearing glasses, headphones, surrounded by audio gear. Let's take this one here, what it's given me, and we can add our own stuff in there as well too. This is the thing with these prompts. So we'll start a brand new prompt, paste this in, create a realistic of Jade Starr of, let's do this, cartoon. Jade Starr in a home studio wearing glasses and headphones surrounded by audio gear with a glowing iPad showing GarageBand, warm soft lighting, make focus, leave room. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Let's see what it does. We are moving on to image prompting. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time. Now, with image prompting, let's talk about it. I'll let that go while it does its thing. Image prompting, I guess everybody's had a go at image prompting, and for the most part, you will know, mixed results. Yeah, sometimes it does exactly what you want, and other times it does absolutely not what you want and puts in stupid stuff, no matter how smart this stuff is getting, which it's not. It's just, it's just data cells. It's just bits of, anyway, that's another argument on if this thing is smart or not, because it's definitely not real. But when it comes to images, trying to do too much, I find it doesn't work. And you're wasting time prompting things that you don't know if it's going to work or not. So to take away, and I know there's going to be people out there going, but it's AI slop. You're using AI fucking for your thumbnails, blah, 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 whatever. It depends on how you use it, yeah? I have found breaking it up into parts is so much better. Breaking it up into individual pieces, like create the character, the person first, then create the scene, then create anything else, and then add text in another program. This is the way I think is best. If you see, we dropped a thumbnail this week, yesterday actually, on the channel. This one here, if I can find it. There it is. This one right here. So each one of these characters were made individually on just a blank blue screen. And then I could take these in and remove the background and create these characters. As you can see here, there's Brad. This is what I made in ChatGPT. Really easy. Upload an image of Brad and say, put him with his arms in the air. And that's all I wanted, because I can remove the background from this super easy and then be able to put him in the image super easy. And again, Laurie. So I put in an image of Laurie and said, make a solid color background. You want to do these things. It's very important to like state everything. Make a solid background, because if it's not solid and it's gradient and you're trying to remove the background, it's not going to remove it all. You want to make sure when you remove the background of these images that it's easy to do. So yeah, because when I tried to make an image of what I wanted of both of us, it's got the right idea. It's just too crazy. Another problem you're going to face making images with ChatGPT is it doesn't make true 16:9 images. It sucks. It makes 1080 by 1920. And that, when you look at it, look at that. That's not a thumbnail. So when you import these images into another photo app, this is what happens. Let me show you. Let's show you exactly what happens. And you have to kind of prompt around. I really hope ChatGPT offers genuine 16:9 soon. It's starting to really piss me off. Oh man, really? I have to log in? We'll try this again. Let's log in here. Thank you. Log in. All right. All right. So if I want to create a brand new image, look, this is the problem. So if I create a transparent image, we're going to scroll across and choose 16:9. So there's our 16:48 by 1152 for a thumbnail. We do this. I add in this picture of Laurie and me, and you should already see the problem. No matter what I do, make it bigger, it's too big for the, too small for the image. So I'm going to lose a bunch of stuff, yeah? So then I have to come in and work this around. It just is the thing. I do believe they're going to, this is a thing they have in the works to add this. How I get around it is by prompting to leave plenty of space around my image. And this seems to work. And this is another reason why I will use things like creating the characters individually. Yeah. As you can see with this one here. So every character, so we've got text here. Every character is individual. So I can move them around. It's just so much easier to separate these characters and then add them all in, like you would in normal image processing. You know, it feels more real for me when I'm breaking it up and got more control over it than just letting it do the text. From my experience too, there you go. Now remember, the prompt for this was just create a YouTube thumbnail of cartoon Jade Starr. I didn't put any other prompts in. I didn't say dreadlocks. I didn't put in my piercings. I didn't put in my blue eyes. It just did it. It just knows. It's even got the fucking my exact same monitors. And I thought, what the hell? They're my monitors. You bitch. But there you go. Again, the problem with this, if I save it, is that the size is a problem. So I'm going to have to go in there and resize that. But when you get things like this, here's the beautiful thing. Now, this works sometimes. Now, remember, again, you're going to have a lot of people online. I watch a lot of AI content on the destruction of humanity, mostly, on great ways to get the best out of things like ChatGPT. The thing is, though, no one's got all the right answers. It still goes off on its own tangents and does its own thing. Let's not like muddy the waters there. It still does this kind of shit. But I can take what's really cool. You can come in here to an image like this and say, you know what? You can select things that you don't like. So you can actually come in here and select portions and then, say, can you get rid of this thing? So you can actually come in and do that kind of stuff with the select key, and you can change the size of the pencil. I might want to come in and make this eye black, and I can come in and do that kind of stuff, yeah? So that is a thing. Plus, when you click on your image, you've also got edit abilities here. So now it'll put the image down the bottom here, and you can edit from there. So I'm going to try and make this a little bit wider. So let's try... First, I think this works. I don't know if it's true. Fantastic. Keep the image exactly the same. I love it. Right? Butter her up. I love it. Just make the shot a wide shot. Showing much more of the studio background and the main character much smaller. And let's see what it does. So sometimes it's hit and miss, but I always put in my prompts to leave space. You see, did I put it in there? No. So it leaves space at the top for a title. So it leaves space. Like, these are important things. I'll tell you what's a really important thing about prompting that not a lot of people tell you about. Telling it what you don't want it to do is just as important as telling it what you do want it to do. So, and I'm not talking about making a massive laundry list of things that you do not want it to do, but specific things that it could do from your prompt. Telling it, like, make sure I have, make sure I have dreadlocks. Now, I will put that in a lot of my stuff, and we'll get to like how it remembers who we are and all that stuff next. I'm just waiting for this. See, as you can see, my ChatGPT is running very slow at the moment, and for some reason, it's creating double images. I don't know why it's doing that. It started doing it last week. So it's a strange thing. Did I see Pete Johns? I'm not surprisingly still on the fence. Love the convenience of PowerChat. Dislike the company, tech bros, and energy. Yeah. Yeah. Tech bros suck. So this is taking a fair while. And there we go. So our images have finally kicked in. And look, it made the room bigger. It added some posters, it looks like, but it did make the room bigger. So you do have the options to make the space around you bigger. So when you add it into a piece of, has it changed me too much? I hope not. When you add it into your editing software to fit it into the shape, it's going to fit, and you've got more edges around, more room to play around with. Oh, wow. Yeah, so it's added some really shitty posters. I could probably change those posters as well. Go in there and say, change the middle poster to a Slayer poster. You can do all of that stuff. I'm going to show you also about remembering. Remembering is a really cool thing that a lot of people don't talk about with ChatGPT. So if you come up with something good, you can actually tell it to remember this thing. Remember this logo. Remember this cartoon version of myself. So anytime, and you can write it as it is. Remember this cartoon image of myself, and anytime I want to convert myself into a cartoon, this is what you are basing it on. And I have done that, and it is working. And as you can see, I didn't even prompt anything specific about myself, just wearing glasses and headphones, and it did that. Happy days. Look, it even put in a fucking interface and a record player. That makes me happy, yeah? So you could come in here from that, come into your image software. Let's just open this one and go over the top of it. And of course, that is going to fit in so much better because we've given it plenty of room. You can move it around a bit. And there's your thumbnail ready to go. Now, I want to show you the remembering stuff, and I want to show you too how to get it to understand who you are. Yes, I know privacy issues. I'm going to hear all this stuff. It's been talked about so much before. You are giving up your information, but guess what, motherfuckers? You are giving up your every sense of your information every day. I think the tipping point is gone. What Pete said, I agree with. And I struggle with this too. Every time I write a prompt, I don't know if there's anyone else who uses any of this stuff and thinks about this. I'm sure Pete does. Every time I write a prompt, I used to write a prompt and always start with, please do this thing. Just adding the word please is like the equivalent of powering an entire fucking 6 people family's house for a day. So let's not beat around the bush. The negative stuff with, and not just like creativity or all that kind of stuff, but just the power consumption of AI is fucking ridiculous. Go and watch some documentaries on it. It's pretty fucking nuts how much power AI is using, and it's a huge strain on the energy system. There's no doubt about that. So with ChatGPT, let's open it back up. There we go. What you'll want to do is build a character of yourself. And of course, like anything, you have to give up information. You just have to. Like, I don't know. You can't like expect to use something and go, I want it to do all this stuff and know about me so I don't, and then not give it any information. So you have to be willing to do that. And you can do that here in our settings. So I'm going to come over here down the bottom to Jade Starr, click on this. Let's do this. One sec. We'll come here. What have we got? I want to come into there. All right. Personalization. Look at this. So this is personalization. What should ChatGPT call you? Yep. What do you do? Musician, vocalist, YouTube content creator. What traits would you like? So you can come in here and really control, and I should do more of this, be talkative and conversational, use quick and clever humor when appropriate, be humble when appropriate, be empathetic and understanding in your responses. Also, don't be a conspiracy theorist. That would work. Also, be concise. Oops, not considerate. Fucking hell, can I spell concise? Be concise, and be concise and smart. So you can update this whenever you want. And there's little sections down the bottom here that you can pick, like poetic, respectful. You can hit the pluses over here. And goofy. Be playful and goofy. So you can add all this stuff in as you want. That's up to you. Plus, you can also give this information about you. Music, recording, horror movies, about who I am, what my pronouns are, my dreadlocks, glasses, blue eyes, labret piercing, Monroe piercing, septum piercing, favorite bands. You can give it all this stuff. You can tell I'm transgender. So even add this. Try to make me cute when generating images. You can do all this. It's up to you. You put in whatever you want. Plus, you've got advanced features down the bottom here for web searching, code, canvases, advanced voice stuff. But this is a really good idea. And what happens is the more you use ChatGPT, you can reference anything else you've made, right? So I can, in a prompt, say stuff like, create an image of me, use previous generations you've created, also the information from within the settings. Just write it and it will follow those prompts. I want to show you something else. Just to, where are we? It's somewhere here. All right. I think this is where it happened. Yes. So the other day was making this. Create an ultra-realistic thumbnail with Jade Starr excitedly pointing at an iPad screen, showing the Logic Pro for iPad interface, use bright, even lighting, blue gradient background, textile UI glow around the screen, make her look expressive and inviting, plenty of room around her for text. And that's what it gave me, right? And it's very uncanny valley and weird and all that kind of stuff. So we basically took that prompt and said, love this image, keep it the same, but zoom out a lot more so both me and the iPad are fully in the shot. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted it to do. Then went on to now turn me into a cartoon character. Perfect. I like that. I like that cartoon character. It's giving me this tattoo here, which is similar to the one I have. It's giving me one piercing at least. That's kind of cool. And here's where it gets fun. Remember this cartoon image of me when I prompt for a cartoon image of me. Got it. I'll use this and see what it says here? Update saved memory. So you can actually give ChatGPT memories to come back on. So now it says, got it. I'll use this cartoon version of you as a reference for future cartoon image requests. Just say the word if you want to bring animated Jade back to life. That makes stuff so much easier. So now I want this. Turn me into a cartoon and keep everything else exactly the same. Again, prompting that, you know, I don't change anything. The stuff you don't want it to do, yeah? Exactly the same. Let's see what it does. Without any other, like, the prompting about what I look like. It's already got an image to work off. And it's going to go do its thing. Now, again, it's running slow at the moment. Feces. I didn't say feces. I said faces. I said, why did you make me look uglier and older? And I actually looked. She said, they have a hard time rendering beauty. What? Wow. She can get pretty catty, the old ChatGPT. So what I'm going to show you next, once this generates, is also, I know I'm bouncing around a lot today. This isn't a full tutorial. This is just how I use it, you know. And as I said in the beginning of the show, the ChatGPT is great. It's a web browser with processing, word processing. It's everything in there. You can use it productively, absolutely. And it's going to save time, all that kind of stuff. Can you use it for everything? Absolutely not. Should you use it for everything? Absolutely not. That's the thing. It's understanding what is too much and what is not enough with ChatGPT. So, and you may think I'm singing its praises and saying this is the best thing since sliced bread. I don't sit here having conversations with ChatGPT. It's not my preferred browser. You can make it your preferred browser if you want, and it will do that kind of stuff. I find using it as a browser, it's nowhere near as good as Google, and I get the wrong information back sometimes. Oh, look at this thing. Look at that. It does such a good job of cartooning me. Because it has this memory locked in. For example, when I was, this is a Brad example, like what I did there. We were in a Clubhouse chat one night with me and Russ and I think it was Russ and Brad, and I did a bio on Brad Example. I dug up some information on Brad Example. I did some searches and told it to come back and write me a bio. And during that time of asking it to do things, I told ChatGPT to remember that Brad is a and she said, I'll remember that forever. And then I got nervous that what if ChatGPT updates all the information about Brad on the internet? And then anyone who goes looking for him says that he's a So I had to go in and tell ChatGPT to forget what I said. Look at that. Yeah. So without even having to prompt anything about who I am, it understands who I am. And the more you use it, it's going to understand who you are. Indeedy do. So I want to talk about something else because, I think this is over. Hey, Jimmy! I think people overlook some of the power of ChatGPT and just think about image generation, this kind of stuff. Well, let's do something cool. So the other thing with ChatGPT is there are different models. I'm currently on model 4.0. There's 03, 04 mini, 04 mini high. There are more models here. And what's cool is these models, they are all very different. They do different things. So something like GP4 is for most tasks, most things. It's like a general thing. 03 is really good for advanced reasoning. And advanced reasoning, then you've got 04 mini, which is really good for fastest at advanced reasoning. 04 mini high is great for coding and visual reasoning. So we're going to do that. We're going to go with 04 mini high. And what I'm going to do, you can see it adds down the bottom here, 04 mini high. That's what we're working in at the moment. Create code for an iPhone iOS app about Jade Starr music. We'll keep it really simple. Keep it really simple. An image. We'll do a cartoon image of me with a button that says YouTube that links to my YouTube channel at Jade Starr. And that's it. Are you ready? Here we go. So it's thinking. This is the difference using the different model. Sure, here's a Swift UI app that shows your cartoon avatar and YouTube button, which opens your channel to Jade Starr. Just drop a cartoon image into the assets at X assets named. There it is. This is the Swift code that I can just dump into Apple's development and make this. Show me what this would look like in with an image. And now it's going to go in, creating a UI mock-up to show me what this app is actually going to look like. And it's going to even, I swear, make the outline of the iOS device, and it won't be functional. Unfortunately, you can't do that. But even from here, it tells you how to do it, how to insert this, loads a cartoon image from here, displays a circular shadow. It tells you what it does. and you can go in and set this up. Jerry Gomes, what's going on? Good to see you. It's quite ridiculous. You can even see in the text here where it goes to. So it's actually found my YouTube channel. It's got font. We can come in here and change the font if we want. It's got the space. It even tells you here's where the image goes. Image, Jade cartoon, your cartoon avatar. This is ridiculously wild, yeah? For even any of us who wanted to make a really simple iOS app and put it on the App Store for free. Why not? If why wouldn't you if you have the ability to do this so fucking easy? This is definitely one of the super advanced stuff. And, I'm definitely not going to go into, oh, look at this. Look how cool that looks already. It hasn't even finished generating the fucking art. And it will just go straight to your YouTube channel. You can put in your own links. You can change all this kind of stuff. You can, even to the point, what you can do, I saw someone do this the other day. You can take a piece of paper and draw, say, how you want an app to look. Just a sketch of like, there's an image, and write the image and just sketch it all out with an Apple Pencil on a notepad, yeah? And upload that and then get it to create the code. So look at that. So there's my iPhone image with my button. That's going to click, go straight to YouTube within the app. Here's a quick mock-up showing how the image will look on iPhone, your cartoon avatar, blah, blah, blah. Bold red. Let me know if there's any tweaks, color spacing, or any branding elements. That's the other thing I want to talk about too, is branding elements. So if you've got a website or even on your YouTube channel, you've chosen specific colors that make up your the top of your border, your thumbnail, your banner on YouTube, or your Bandcamp, you're using specific colors for your branding or specific images that get used over and over again. Oh, you can upload these. So I can come over here, for example, and create a brand new thing. I don't know where these images are. I think they're in here. So if I wanted to come in here, add an image. No, I haven't run an ad. I'll do that in a sec. Thanks, Leela. I got to wrap this up soon. I don't want to take up much of your time. I'm just trying to show you how I use this thing. And I just want to be clear. I don't use this thing for everything. Just be clear on this shit. It's not the way it fucking works. All right. So in here, I've got like some transparent images. And what I'm going to do is just load up one of my logos and get ChatGPT to remember it. Because this is what you can do. You can upload your logos. You can upload color templates and get it to remember this stuff. So whenever you put in, hey, use my logo, it will do it. So we've got this one here. Remember this logo for my show ChatGPT with me. So I can use it anytime. While it's doing that, oh shit, I'm still on ChatGPT 4 Mini High, so I shouldn't be on that. I should be on the thing. But as you can see, updated, saved, memory. Got it. Remember this logo for your ChatGPT with me show and use it whenever you need it. All right, let's run this ad. Boom, ad's been run. You can avoid it by all the yada dada and all the diddy dooda. And that'll help you get there. And while we're waiting for that ad to be run, I can let you know tomorrow is the creative hour, where I don't know, I haven't checked what style of music has been selected for me to create tomorrow, but it was stuff, but it's changed. So that's happening tomorrow, just so you know. All right. So we come back here, ChatGPT. And now I'm going to create a brand new thing, and I'm going to say, create a YouTube thumbnail 16:9 HD using the Chat GPT with me logo at the top of the image, and add a cartoon, me, with a drone controller flying a drone. Yeah, let's see what it does. So hopefully it will use my logo. Again, this stuff doesn't always work as planned. And this is why I showed you before, why I make specific parts and then piece them together. I really should get out of ChatGPT for Mini because some of the things, a lot of using reasoning and stuff, they will charge you more. You only get so many hours of reasoning, I do believe, for the one that I'm on. I'm on the $20 plan. And even that's a lot. That's a lot of money a month. But the question is, do you need ChatGPT? There's a free version. I would just use the free version for as long as I can. You don't get to generate many images. That is the problem. You probably only get 2 images a day, where the subscription you get to make heaps. And I've never really found a quota. I don't know how many I can actually have. That's a thing. But I have noticed that it slows down after a period of the more images you make, it's going to obviously slow down. And nobody wants to wait, do they? Waiting is a pain in the ass. As you can see, we're waiting for this to generate. Will it use my logo? I'm so keen to know if it's going to get the logo right. Probably not, because we're live. I'm going to go through this, see what else there is I was going to show you guys before we get out of here. Oh, it looks like it got the logo, kind of. Did it? Maybe. Did it screw it? You can never tell from here. Oh, no, it hasn't done it. It's just put the ChatGPT logo. That's not cool. See, it's because I put that. Oh, it made its own one. See, if I put in here, use my saved logo, I think that's enough. That is the thing. Using your saved logo is the better way than what I did. That's my mistake, using ChatGPT with me logo. So I would have been better off asking for the logo. But look how well it gets me in there, you know? Yeah, look at the expression. It's ridiculous. What I'm going to try and do is make a whole bunch of me's pointing in cartoon. Yeah? Pretty cool. Didn't remember my thing, but we can. So what I want to do now is, let's do this. Create a YouTube thumbnail, 16:9 HD. Oh, actually, create a square image. Now you got to remember the sizes now. It's 1080 by 1080, I think. 1080 by 1080 with a divider, creating 4 squares within the image. In each square, put a cartoon image of me pointing with a different expression on each and pointing in different directions. Now, I don't need to worry about making this too crazy because all I need is the square image. And let's see if we can split it up. Because why I want to do this is normally if you're creating these, the pictures of yourself for your thumbnails, how I will do it is go into my green screen room and just set the camera up and just do poses on a moving video and then take those still frames and create this. But if I can come in here and make multiple little square images of myself pointing and remove the background from them all and then just keep making variations and variations and variations. And then you can even go in there and say, in each one, make me wear a different band t-shirt. This is the level that you can go to, right? So you notice with some of my thumbnails, I'm wearing a Slayer shirt or a Faith No More shirt. You can go and do that. You can ask it to go and find the images for a particular t-shirt. And look, it looks like it's done it. I don't know how different the faces are going to look, but there you go. Yeah, look, different expressions. So that's exactly what I wanted. And you can see the prompt isn't too hard, yeah? The prompt is very simple. As long as you get something, if you find something that you like, look at that. That's rad. So now I can download this and we can save this and then open up a background remover. Come in here and do a smart background remove. And hopefully, boom, there is a template ready to go to add to any of my thumbnails. I can come in here and split these up. I can cut them up into individual pieces in something like a Pixelmator. Come in here and grab these. Oops, I didn't save that, did I? Let's come over here. Where'd I go? Over here. Boom. I didn't save this image. Hey, Manny, what's happening? So I want to finish this. I'm going to come over. I can actually come in here and crop these if I want, yeah? So I can crop them from within here. Let's do that. There's one of my images. I can save this. I'm going to save it to my documents folder. Doof. Save. And there it is. And I can continue editing and go back and then change the size of this again to, say, grab this one. Very easy to save all of these little images. And now I've got plenty of them ready to go when I need to for a thumbnail, which I can show you right now. We'll just save 2 of these. It's the same kind of, system as going into a room and shooting all these photos. So I can open up Superimpose, which I do a lot of my app tutorial thumbnails. I can come in here to this Mr. Lo-Fi one and very simply replace that image of me with this little cartoon image over here. Oops, I've got to get rid of something. Delete. Delete this. Boom. There's my image. You can come in, move this around wherever I want it. And look at that. Change the size. Get rid of me. Boom. Super fucking easy, isn't it? It's ridiculous. So, and you can do this with images of yourself. Why not? Let's try. I like doing this shit because it's kind of, you never know what's going to come back. You can do it with real images too. So let's try and get a bit crazy. All right. I'm going to upload an image of me. Let's give us a second. We'll go to favorites. All right. So I've uploaded this little image of me down here. I'm just going to change the reasoning back to ChatGPT 4.040 and create a square image 1080 by 1080 using the image of me provided. But here's the fun bit, right? Here's the fun bit. I can come into my templates here and look at stuff like this, right? Because sometimes ChatGPT doesn't remember you and all of a sudden it makes you black. I've had that so many times. All of a sudden I'm black. So it's a good idea to have something like this. This is a little template I keep here. Create an ultra realistic, but this is the important bit of me, Jade Starr, transgender woman with black dreadlocks, glasses, blue eyes, and facial piercings. Okay, so this little piece here, I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to put this in this prompt here. And remember, you can do whatever you want. So, of the image provided of me, Jade Starr, I'm even going to put in, make me look cute. Whatever, you can do this kind of stuff. So square image, split the square image into 4 equally square sections, and in each square put image of me in different poses, pointing and differing facial expressions. Cool. I'm going to put in, what else? Make it realistic looking. And I'm not going to put please. Leave plenty of space around. Oh, no, I don't need to do that because we're doing a square. So there's that. So let's just try that. Let's see what it does. There's the image of me that's got to work from. And I don't know if it's going to make 4 like it did with that cartoon illustration. That was really cool. And the other thing about the cartoon illustration is you can just go back and say, make more variations of this. And it will. And you can just make more variations. Here's a tip I'm going to give you. Here's a tip I want you to remember. Sometimes you'll make an image and it's good, but there's something that you need to change. And then you try and change it. You try and edit it and say, change this thing. And it doesn't do it. My best advice is to then take that image, save it, and then start a brand new chat and put that image in as a guide, right? As a guide. And then it's got a fresh start with nothing else in its memory. And here's this image that you previously generated for me. Now fix this. And it just seems to, it's like you're starting with a new amnesia patient. Because it kind of forgets sometimes and kind of remembers other times. So look, this is still getting started. So I'm going to wrap this show up very soon. Very, very soon. Look, yeah, don't bother trying to put anything graphic or gory into ChatGPT. It just doesn't work. That's the one thing, you know. It's got a lot of training wheels on it. Anything with blood or gore or violence or, you know, putting in a famous person, yeah, it's going to be, oh, wow, Jesus Christ. Now, it didn't follow my prompt. It didn't do a square image, but look at that. And it hasn't even finished. Are you fucking kidding me? That's bonkers. That is really, really full on. Even though it's still Uncanny Valley and it's not me, that's the thing. That's what I kind of like about it. It's because from here, literally, we're going to put in another prompt after this to, if you don't understand about lighting, see, I haven't even covered things like lighting, right? But that stuff's important when you're prompting. You can put in lighting, but you can ask ChatGPT for examples of lighting scenarios, of wide screen shots, how to get the best of all that kind of stuff. You can ask it. You can ask it all of the available image styles, like creative styles that it has, like, you know, turning yourself into a Simpson or whatever, cartoon character. You can ask it and it will give you a list so you can add that kind of stuff in. It's taken it. Look! That's fucked. It's even got my fucking t-shirt. It hasn't got all the piercings right. Absolutely, but that's really fucked. Can you please this? Oops. And my keyboard stopped working. Hang on, there's music happening. What the fuck is going on? Is my keyboard back? My keyboard back. Hey, hey, hey. All right, that's fixed. All right. Is my keyboard working again? No, my keyboard's not working. Taking this off. I love the magic keyboard. I love when it just stops working. I don't have a keyboard. Nice one. All right, we're back. Hey, nice. Make this image 100% square. And ensure my entire shoulders and head fits in each of the 4. Hey, yay, yay. So you're going to get this, but that blows me the fuck away. That is just, you know, the problem is because it hasn't done it the right size. Of course, my hand's getting cut out. That kind of thing is, so you're not getting all of the image in there, but you should be able to like fix it from here. If not, like I said, come in here, save the image, and then re-put it into a brand new chat, and you should be able to get a much better result. One of the problems is that you will come across is if you continue to use the same image that has been generated from ChatGPT and you keep putting it back in and like say saving it and then putting it back in, it will bastardize itself and it will end up churning out an image that is fucked. And it's all grainy and there's something wrong with it because it just can't handle cloning itself over and over again. And I think, can I find an example of this? Maybe. This was when I was, so here it is. So I was I took this image of Pearl Jam here, right, which is a pretty low quality image in the first place. Not a very good image. And then I asked it to remake the image for me, which it did a great job. Then I asked it to put me in the image, which it didn't do a great job of because what I failed to put in the prompt was remove Eddie Vedder. Remove him. Get rid of him from the image and put me in place. Instead, what it did was it put me over the top of Eddie Vedder. But look what's happened here to the characters, right? So what happens is with when you've started off using something like a grainy photo and you start generating more and more from that image, the image starts getting grainy and starts getting fucked up. It's like inbreeding. That's what's going on. It's inbreeding with itself. And this is, look, it didn't even fucking follow my prompt. Again, it hasn't even made a square image, yeah? Look at that. So you're going to come across this kind of stuff. And because it's not perfect. And you know what? It's never going to be perfect. If anyone thinks AI is going to take over the world and kill everybody, I think you're wrong. It's not smart. It doesn't have a brain. It's stupid. It just does really good stuff like word processing and creating thumbnails and all this kind of stuff, but so much more. There's so much more you can do with it that it's ridiculous. Creating PDFs and all this kind of stuff, or just, turning Russ into a Muppet, and then turning him into a cartoon Muppet. But the last thing I kind of want to do with this is just run through something like lighting and that kind of stuff. Come over here. Apparently this one's finished. They're still pretty cool. All right, let's do this. Start a new one. Give me a comprehensive list of different art styles I can apply to my ChatGPT. Boom. So there's, look, oil paintings, charcoal drawings, etching, modern contemporary styles, post-impressionism. This is the stuff that's really handy to go and save for yourself. Van Gogh style, Japanese wood block. And we can try one of these too. We can try just VHS, 90s VHS aesthetic, cinematic styles, manga, Disney. Look at all this stuff. Steampunk, cyberpunk, dark fantasy, pixel art, claymation, paper cutout. Let's turn me into claymation. Why not? We can use, which one? We can use this one. We used it before. Oh, look, this is the artwork I was going to use for Brad's song, You Mad the Betty. All right, let's take this. I can't even find it now. Where is it? All right, so we'll take this one here, this image here, which it fucked up. In fact, we'll do this one. Where are we? Let's just do this one here. So, what was I say I was going to turn into? Claymation. Let's see what it does. And the good thing is all your chats are saved, and you can delete these at any time. You hold down and you can delete them, get rid of them from your thing. You can share your chats with people if you want. You can do all that kind of stuff. And you can go back to these at any time and revisit them and create further stuff from what you've already made. This one, I was creating a thumbnail for my show I'm doing for the Tonex 1 pedal. And yeah, all I did was say, put me standing there playing a guitar, holding a Tonex pedal up to the screen. Fuck, that'll do. And from here, I can turn this into a cartoon so it's not so uncanny valley and all that kind of jazz. All right, I think after this is done, we can scoot to boot and leave you to get on with your day. Thanks for hanging out. Most of you today, well, all of you hung out today. I hope this is kind of, I don't know, I feel inspired using this, like to go and get information, to come up with ideas, but it's definitely not taking over my life, and I don't rely on it for absolutely everything. In fact, it takes up a very small portion of how I use it. I'm not sitting here talking to it every day. I'm not opening it every goddamn minute of the day to do things, but when I need something specific to get done, or like edit a bio, put together a show, a running order, or if Pete comes on for the rant, we've already got topics to talk about. And I can just put that in an orderly form without having to write that shit out. Because who's got time to sit there and write that shit out when you've already written it out? Yeah? But look at this. Look how cool that is. It's made a claymation version of me. So easy to do. Which is great for thumbnails because it means you don't have to always just have the same thumbnail of yourself. You can come in here and make a claymation one. You can make a stick figure one if you want. You've got all those things. Change the lighting, change the background. Remember, I'll close off once this image is finished with one of the best prompts I think I've seen for me, because I basically put into ChatGPT to help me with my with the way I make thumbnails. So to take a look at all the things I do, understand what I do, and then give me stuff for my particular thumbnails. We're nearly finished. We're nearly there. Summarize a video for you. That is so good. That is one of the things. You have transcripts in all these videos, right? You can remember, you can ask it to go and search in specific places as well. So, you know, just look at that. Claymation. How cool. I don't like that piercing there in my cheek. But you know what? You know what the cool thing is? There's other apps for that. There's other apps to fix that problem. Let's see if we can fix that problem. Let's go into photo editing, touch, retouch. Let's come in, pick that photo. Let's grab that photo. I want to get rid of that little dot there that's on my face. I'm going to hit object removal. Yoink. Let's get rid of that dot too. Go. La 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 la. Done. I don't like this line up here. Thank you. That is sorted. We're ready to go. So if you get little artifacts and things like that, don't worry, because there's apps to fix that kind of shit. Absolutely. I might even want to come in here and get rid of all this writing. It's not very good. Can I get rid of that? Will it leave a big scar? Did pretty well. So, you know, you don't have to rely on ChatGPT to do the whole thing. You know, from here now I can save this image. Save as a copy, and then I might not want the background. I can then come in here to something like background remover, which I don't think is on the App Store anymore for some stupid reason. Remove the background, then I can save this avatar for anything I want to use going forward. Let me just tell you a little bit of a secret. If you're saving thumbnails, saving transparent backgrounds, don't save them in your photo library on iOS, because they will get fucked up. Save them in a separate app or in your Files app. Because if you save them to your Photos app, the background will get filled in. You'll have to do this process again. What was the last thing I was going to do before we get out of here? I was going to show you these last prompts. We're gone. Right on the money. Back here. If I search for prompt. Here we go. YouTube thumbnail prompts. Thumbnail prompt template is ready. That's my template. All right, this one's really cool. So here, this gives you the template for me. I asked ChatGPT to give me 100% template that I can use every day for this, and I can just copy and paste it. Create an ultra realistic 16:9 HD YouTube thumbnail of me, Jade Starr, blah, 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 facial piercings, septum. I am. Here's where you put your pose, whatever you're doing. I am, holding a iPhone, wearing clothing, Slayer t-shirt with this facial expression or emotion pointing. The background is whatever you want to put the background as. Use this lighting style. Leave text for logos, so compositional notes at the end. That is going to get you me every time the fucking perfect thumbnail. That's absolutely fine. And then even in here, look, this was the prompt I gave it to get all this information. Can you give me examples of prompts to make realistic YouTube thumbnails for my channel, Jade Starr? Include examples of styles, lighting, etc. ChatGPT is your friend. You can ask it how to use it. That's the beautiful thing about it. So once you start getting it to understand who you are, then you can expand from there and get it to save things and understand contextual stuff about yourself and things that you do. Anyway, what do you think about ChatGPT? You on the fence about it? We all know what I think about AI music, and I'm sure there's people who think, but you're against AI music, but you're all for art. Here's the deal. I was never going to pay a fucking artist to do any of my fucking work. In fact, most of the thumbnails I make, even using ChatGPT, are individual sections. Like I showed you, I'll make an image of me first, then an image of Laurie, then an image of Brad, then I'll bring it all together in another image software. So I'm not really, I'm uploading the majority of stuff I'm making on ChatGPT. I'm uploading the images to reference, right? I'm showing it. I'm uploading images of me. I'm uploading images of a Tonex pedal. That's the thing. You have the power to upload the images that you want it to source from instead of just stealing from other people. Yeah. So you can use it kind of ethically if you talk to yourself. I love it for helping with lyrics. If I'm struggling with a line, yeah, look, that is it. The hard thing with lyrics is getting it to write an entire song for you is dangerous because it's very basic and it writes like a 3-year-old, and you can tell, man, when it's AI lyrics. Like I said, was it yesterday? I said, you'd be surprised how many artists around AI these days. Maybe we're going to talk about that on the rant this week. So awesome. Let's get out of here. We got a huge day of entertainment coming up. Mr. Smith is doing a live stream in about an hour from now. Then we've got Sunshine Archer and Pole Vault doing their show. We've got Laurie's. Is Laurie doing it today? I don't know. I haven't seen her thumbnail. Is Laurie live? I'll have to check. Gary Hubs, we don't know where he's going to be tonight because all that drama. She's not doing a show. All right. So I think Chad Freeman's doing a show for Pole Vault tonight. Man, I haven't kept up. I think Leela's got a premiere. I don't even know. So maybe it's not as a normal night as usual. But thanks for hanging out. If you've got anything, hit the like, do that stuff. It does help. Let's go out with my favorite song. My favorite song of all time. Let's do it. There we go. All right. So, oh yeah, there's how you can find out what's going on. Click that link. That'll show you what's going on tonight. Gary updates it. Is that Gary's thing? I think he updates it every week. Remember, tomorrow, Creative Hour. Go and vote. If you want what kind of music you want me to make. Let's go out with the best song ever written. This is AI Music Sucks. Let's do it. Do the things that make you happy, folks. Mistakes make you better. All right, so you'll stay awake and let's oge, baby.
AI music is really crap. It sells music from real musicians. The quality is really bad, and it has no emotional value. If you make AI music, then you are the problem with the industry. Making it harder for real musicians, stealing people's hard work, creating copyright issues and contributing to a world full of really crap, emotionless music. Don't be a loser. Don't be a fool. Don't make AI music. Don't be that guy. If you make AI music, then you are the problem with the industry. Making it harder for real musicians, stealing people's hard work, creating copyright issues and contributing to a world full of really crap, emotionless music. Don't be a loser. Don't be a fool. Don't make AI music.